Hey everyone, it's Phil from Gaming Rewind. Today we're taking a deep dive into the beta files of GTA San Andreas to uncover some cut characters that never made it into the final game. From forgotten security guards to bizarre street personalities, we're exploring the lost cast of San Andreas. If you love hidden secrets, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Gaming Rewind for more epic GTA lore. Let's get into it. Our first category covers characters who were meant to fill the streets of San Andreas but were ultimately cut. First up, we have a security guard pedestrian, internally named Black Male Old Security, BMOSC, an unused security guard with full voice lines hidden in the files. It appears his omission was simply an oversight. Even though he has plenty of voice lines and is present in the peds.id file, he isn't listed in pedgroup.date, so he can't normally spawn. So, unless you mod the game, you'll only see him very rarely during the Vigilante side mission, which randomly picks characters from peds.id file. Although he was fully developed, ultimately, he was not included in the game's release. Next, meet the Indian male young street character. In the beta files, this character is an Indian man complete with dialogue full of cultural references. His lines, loaded with outdated stereotypical cues about curry and turbans, were designed to add local flavor to the city, but eventually, his dialogue was reassigned to another character.
Curried barnuts, anyone? I like a double vindaloo with my lager. No papadums here. Curry, curry, curry. Hurry with the curry. I've got a bloody curry on the stove. Get the hell out of my...
I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Out of the way, rat bag.
Moving along, let's explore some of the more enigmatic figures that were ultimately cut from the final version of San Andreas. First up is Mediator. His very name implies a role as a mediator, intermediary who could have helped bridge the gap between rival gangs or smoothed over volatile conflicts on the streets. Visually, some say he bears a striking resemblance to a Chinese version of Claude Speed, with unique facial features and an attire that set him apart from other characters. Although little is known about his intended mission role, his extensive set of files and voice data hint that he could have been central to resolving disputes and adding depth to the gang dynamics of San Andreas.
Next, we have Psycho. True to his name, this enigmatic figure is rendered with distinctive visual features that immediately set him apart. Yet, he comes without any voice lines, a design choice that only deepens his mysterious aura. His unsettling presence implies that he might have been intended as a catalyst for a darker side mission or simply to enhance the game's atmosphere with an eerie, shadowy figure. Even with minimal details available, his inclusion in the beta files highlights Rockstar's willingness to experiment with unconventional mood-setting characters to enhance the game's atmosphere with an eerie, shadowy figure. Create a more immersive and layered world.
Next, let's take a look at some of the other characters that didn't make it into the final release of GTA San Andreas. They were designed to add even more personality and vibrancy to the game's world, making it feel truly alive. Although these characters were ultimately cut, they offer us a fascinating glimpse into Rockstar's original vision, a vision that still sparks curiosity and nostalgia among fans. Let's talk about an early version of the pool players that didn't make it into the final game. In the data, he used the head model originally meant for Dope, also known as CSDOP, which gave him a distinct look compared to the generic models that were later used. In the released version of San Andreas, all the pool players were swapped out for a standard private security or a bodyguard pedestrian model, the one you see in missions like Mad Dog's Rhymes, Management Issues, and Customs Fast Track. His unique design would have added a personal touch to the pool halls, really capturing the lively competitive vibe of San Andreas's recreational scene. For all you skateboard lovers, meet WMY Skate, short for White Male Young Skate, a cut character who is meant to bring a whole new level of cool to San Andreas. All that's left of him are his voice lines, but even that tells us he was designed for an early, unimplemented skateboard feature. In the beta, this feature would have allowed players to cruise through the city on a skateboard, offering a fun and alternative way to get around the sprawling urban landscape. It wasn't just a gimmick, it was intended to inject a dose of youthful rebellion and dynamic movement that many fans still dream about today. Each of these characters underscores Rockstar's experimental approach during the development of San Andreas, Their designs and intended roles reveal a commitment to creating a living, breathing world full of unexpected details and interactions, even if not every idea made the final cut. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into some of the lost and forgotten characters from GTA San Andreas beta. It's pretty wild to think about how different the game could have been if some of these characters made it into the final cut, from street-level security guards to underground skateboarders, and even key figures that could have shaped the storyline in unexpected ways. It really makes you wonder how much of Rockstar's original vision was left on the cutting room floor. But the best part? There's still so much more hidden content, cut missions, and lost lore out there waiting to be discovered, and we're just scratching the surface. So, if you enjoyed this video and want to see us dig even deeper into the beta files, cut content, and untold stories from your favorite games, be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment letting us know which cut character or mission you wish made it into the final game, and subscribe to Gaming Rewind so you don't miss any future deep dives. Your support helps us keep these lost stories alive. And who knows, maybe one day we'll uncover something so big it changes everything we thought we knew about San Andreas. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.